Hi, and welcome to Into the New. I'm Nicholas.
I'm Karin, and Jessica is also with us at Into the New, but not in this video clip.
Today we will give you a short introduction of the developmental stage, the expert. We invite you to be and stay curious. Where do you see yourself in this introduction? Where can you notice your own expert? Because you will. We all carry the expert inside. And the greater the awareness of when the expert is awakened, when the expert takes charge, the greater the ability to integrate the gold and the strength of the expert. So let's go.
Yes. So the expert, well, as the name says, it's all about knowledge, competence, being the expert, about getting to know more, getting to know the real facts, and to get to know the truth.
Yeah. Finding the truth, finding the correct answer
Yeah.
is what drives the expert. The focus is on acquiring knowledge to be better and better, more skilled, more competent on your niche. Focus is
Yes.
often competition. Who is the best? Yeah,
Yes. And also a lot of focus on accuracy, on details,
yeah.
task focused.
Data.
Although that can be measured, proved.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny, I think, when you mention task focus. If you compare the expert with later stages, success to an expert is the number of tasks performed. No matter if the task is the right one to do or not, if the task lead us to our goal or not. Uh, that's a simplification of how the expert view the world.
Mm.
Number of tasks performed. Relations and power, Karin.
The focus on knowledge and expertise is visible here as well, of course. So the expert tend to listen to and follow anyone who has more knowledge within the same area or are really knowledgeable or expert in their own area.
Yeah.
So it again the expertise that counts, not the role within an organization, not the relationship, but the expertise.
Yeah. So authority comes with expertise. And I only listen to or trust people that has more knowledge in my area than I do. Therefore, I guess you often hear experts rallying about the managers as those who doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
They don't usually produce. How about time? We talked about the diplomat and opportunities when time span is kind of short. What happens at the expert level?
Time span expands as more we mature through the stages. So at expert, it's a little bit longer than the previous states, but it's still limited.
Now you can start to make decisions to increase your knowledge, to increase your skills and your craftsmanship, and actually invest in time. Uh, but yeah, it's still limited to maybe a year or so that you
Yeah.
really take into account when making decisions. About the other perspectives, we talked about the opportunities being very egocentric, the diplomat being almost not egocentric at all, shifting into a purely second person perspective. What happens at the expert? Going,
Expert brings in the third person perspective. So it's me and it's also uniqueness, but there are also others around us, or that can be taken into account and thought of perspectives.
But still very much on facts, accuracy and detail, as in the third person perspective. The interior life is not really there, or at least doesn't count for much. Feelings and emotions, values are mostly in the way. They don't help me, as I see it, to achieve my craftsman or skillful outcome.
Exactly. So stay focused on the details, accuracy. That's the expert.
That's the expert. Collective shadow is something we usually talk about. What shadow does the expert bring to us?
I believe that one of the most common ones is the perfectionism, the feeling of never being good enough, which is widely spread in our society.
Yeah.
And
in the constant comparison between me and you, who is the most expert, I can always be a little bit better. The shadow mind can be, as you say, feeling that I'm not good enough because there's always something new to learn, new skills to accomplish. Also, I think micromanagement is a kind of common shadow when the expert takes over. Since I know how we should do this, since I am skillful, knowledgeable in the area, I tend to micromanage the ones working for me in order to get things right, to do the correct solution.
yeah, exactly.
Being closed for new perspectives, I believe, is another shadow worth mentioning.
Yeah.
I
You
like
already know.
Yeah, sorry, go.
You already know the truth.
Yeah.
So the expert tends to be very close-minded about other perspectives or new ideas.
Yeah. I like the way that Bill Torbert describes the paradox of wanting to become better and better and better, at the same time being closed for new perspectives that might enable you to become better and better and better. And that can create a lock-in effect for the expert. No.
Yes, I love that, which of course will increase the feeling of not being good enough.
Yeah.
Not reaching further.
Yeah. When it comes to stories, how does the expert hold the dialogue? What kind of stories do we hear from the expert within?
Well, even here, it's about the facts, accuracy, details. And you can also hear a lot of the expert describing their own skills, their achievements, and acknowledgements to kind of show how good they are,
Yeah.
how much what kind of expert they really are, because
Yeah.
that's what to them.
So a lot of debating and arguing on who is right, what is right, what are the facts on the case, on this issue, and how can we deem what's right to believe and not right to believe, and who is right and who is wrong. But there is some gold as well in the expert.
Of course, the knowledge, the expertise, the wish to learn more, to become even better at what you do.
Yeah, I usually say that I wouldn't feel so confident on having a surgeon that is not the expert in his field. When getting surgery, I expect him to know exactly what kind of tissue he should remove and what kind of tissue he shouldn't, to do the exact correct surgery on me. And this is valid for many fields, of course. And that's really, really worth taking with us, the goal of the expert,
Yeah.
craftsmanship, the mastery. I think this is a good enough introduction to the expert. What do you say, Karen? Did we forget something? Probably.
Probably, as always.
Continuous dialogue and exploring of our own expert.
Yeah.
I hope you stayed curious. We hope that you recognized some things, some parts of our introduction of the expert in yourself. Maybe with pride, maybe with shame. It doesn't matter. Anyhow, it's good. The more aware that we can become of our own inner expert, and when that expert takes charge, the more likely and efficiently we can integrate the expert into a larger, wider, greater consciousness of ours. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.